Hi again, everybody, and welcome to the 2023 Hart Men's Soccer Media Day. I am your host, Nick Vassos, anchor at Fox 4 in Kansas City, as well as the play-by-play voice of the Kansas City Comets of the Major Arena Soccer League. Let's talk some Ravens soccer. We are excited to be joined once again by the head coach, John Sosa, and he has a fifth-year senior alongside of him, Dylan Posada. Welcome into both of you guys. Good to see you.
Good to see you, Nick. Thanks for having us.
Absolutely, guys. Coach, tell us about Dylan and tell us a little bit of his importance to your team.
So Dylan, obviously, as you mentioned, he's a fifth-year senior for us, and I'm definitely somebody that rely on him a lot for his leadership off the field. He's one of the character kick that we have here at Benedictine College. Great student, great person, and obviously a phenomenal soccer player. So we definitely rely on him a lot for the success of this upcoming year.
As you know, Coach, Dylan is from the Kansas City metro area. He's a graduate of Liberty North, and now at Benedictine, playing for you in his fifth year. So let's ask Dylan right now. How's training been going so far in the early season, and what positive things do you see from the Ravens side?
It's been amazing. Coach Sosa had good expectations for us coming in. Preseason's been hard. A lot of running, a lot of testing, but it's been amazing with the guys that we had last year and with the new guys coming in. I think we're pretty solid, pretty strong team, and I'm very excited.
How about from a coaching perspective, Coach? How's the early preseason going?
It's been great, Nick. We as he mentioned, we had high expectations for them coming in. We did a lot of monitoring them through the summer, making sure that the guys were putting in some work before coming in. I think the big percentage of the team came in a very, very good form. And because of that, we've been able to kind of get it going right away, right? So we did some testing for the first two sessions. I think 85% of the team or so had success within those first, 2 days. And then everybody else, today was a good day for everybody else because they were able to get through the assessments, the fitness assessments. And no, very, very good, right? We had two very good sessions where we concentrated on the defensive part of the team. I think we're creating just kind of that expectation of hard work, discipline. And I think that's definitely something that we're going to rely on for the success of this year.
Awesome. Dylan, how'd you find your way to Benedictine?
Like you said, I was a local kid. I'm very mama's boy, so I wanted to stay close to my mom. I was lucky enough to get in contact with Sosa. He came to watch me a couple of games, and it just went from there.
Coach Sosa, as you know from your coaching and, of course, your playing career as a professional, there's lots of different ways to motivate and teach. How do you motivate and teach players, and how do you prepare them also for life after soccer, life after they leave Benedictine after graduating?
So I'm a big believer in love, right? So I think I'm definitely somebody that I try to lead everything that I do through love, right? And first of all, I want these guys to trust in me, right? So we create that kind of trust environment mutually, and then from there everything else just kind of works, right? Because if they trust my work, and I trust that they're going to give me the best side of themselves, everything else is going to go the way it's supposed to, right? Obviously, as you mentioned, I've been blessed to be able to play the game we all love for many, many years, as well as I had great mentors throughout my coaching career. And because of those experiences that I've been able to have, I try to make sure these guys learn from that. As I think Benedictine is a great institution that also prepares them for the life after the game, right? And I think everybody within our program has very good expectations of the reality of the game, right? We all love it, but we also understand how crucial it is to get a degree, how crucial it is to get that education. And we do have guys on the team that have very high expectations of what they want to do afterwards. They want to play professionally. They want to continue seeking those opportunities, but they all know that they need to leave this place with a good degree so that way they can always rely on that if they choose to go the route of the game.
Yeah, and that kind of leads into my next question here, because I understand that campus leadership announced a multi-million-dollar new library that's going to be built on the campus in the near future. Coach, I wonder how excited you are for that and how it's going to help your program and maybe your student athletes at Benedictine.
Nick, part of my recruiting process, I always talk to the kids that come in and I talk about how big of a fan I am of the school. You know what I mean? I think I share my passion of who we are as an institution, and I think they understand that part of it, right? And part of that is that, you know, the great facilities that we have, the great programs, the amount of growth that we continue having every single year. You know, unfortunately, with how hard things are now, you know, financially, you hear a lot of programs, you know, not being able to survive the crisis. But when you're here at Benedictine College, you continue seeing the progress, the growth on the community, the growth on the amount of students, the growth on programs that we serving. You know what I mean? And obviously, it makes a phenomenal opportunity for kids to come here.
Yeah, it sort of seems like that's a theme inside the Hart Conference, Coach. You know, there's a lot of schools are improving their facilities. You know, Benedictine's going to have a new library. You know, I mean, it just seems like every school is taking the next step there to really improve the student athlete experience.
Absolutely. I think we're definitely carrying the thing out there that they say that we're the best conference in the nation. And it's not just because of athletics, also because of the community that comes within our conference, because of obviously the academic side of it as well.
Mm-hmm. Well, you ask any player that's played in the Hart Conference, and I guarantee you they're going to tell you it's one of the toughest conferences that they've ever played in. And I always like asking players. Coaches know about it, but Dylan, let's talk to you because you're the one in those battles there against your fellow Hart competitors here. Talk about how tough it is to play inside this conference, and what does it take as a player in order to battle every game, every school in the Hart Conference?
You know, it's a championship game every day. Every Wednesday and Saturday, we have to know it's not going to be an easy route. All 12 opponents in the conference are super tough, very hard, and, you know, it goes into coaching. Sosa gets us ready for every game. The scouting report give us the best information he has in order for us to be successful. And we also have to take care of our bodies because there's a lot of games back to back, and every single game is a championship game. So it's a tough conference.
Coach, I'd love to get your perspective too. You know, how do you, I guess you can't look ahead. I guess you got to just keep your head with what's in front of you. What's it like as a coach playing inside this conference?
Oh, I think it's a joy, right? So I think as a competitor, I always been the kind of guy that I don't like easy games. Never liked them as a player, never liked them as a coach. I think you want to compete against the best of the best. And we're definitely the best of the best, right? I think right now you probably know that we're sitting on 12 teams that every single team can go anywhere and beat anybody. You know what I mean? So from my perspective, there's a lot of preparation that comes into it to make sure that, as Dylan mentioned, you know, we prepare the guys as best as possible to approach each match.
What are your goals for the season?
I think we trying to keep it very direct and simple as a team. I think our first goal right now is to get to playoffs, right? So we definitely made that goal for us, and then we're gonna take it one step at a time. We get to playoffs. After that, we're gonna reunite ourselves as a team, and then we're gonna come up with another short-term goal. But obviously, the main goal is to win a championship.
Dylan, Coach Sosa, we wish you the best of luck in 2023, and we thank you so much for your time. Best of luck to the Ravens this year coming up. Thanks, guys.
Nick, thanks a lot. It's been a pleasure.
Yep, you're welcome. Good to see both of you.